Welcome back. This March, Corewell Health is looking at lung health. Tuesday, March 31st, the health system's hosting a free event in Muskegon where you can learn more about how you can, hopefully, maybe breathe a little easier into the future. I'm joined by Dr. Edward Murphy with Corewell. Dr. Murphy, thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
So tell us a little bit more about this event happening Tuesday, March 31st. Folks will actually get the opportunity to use or see one of the Da Vinci robots you've got.
Correct. So the majority of lung surgery these days at our institution is done using the surgical robot through tiny little keyhole incisions. It's really revolutionized how chest surgery is done. And this is an opportunity for us to talk about that technology along with two other physician talks about lung disease and then heart disease as well. And at that event, guests will actually have the opportunity to test drive the surgical robot, sit at the console, use the controls just as if a surgeon would at the time of surgery.
Yeah, I've actually had my chance to use one of the machines. I got to try it out at a Corewell location many years ago now. How would you describe using it?
Well, the company name is Intuitive, and actually that's the perfect name because the controls are quite intuitive. They very similarly resemble what a surgeon would do for an open operation, just using their hands and standard surgical instruments. But there have been a few iterations of the robot as the years go by and technology improves, and so as you might imagine, the most current version of the robot is extremely refined and really allows all of the aspects of traditional open surgery to be done through these little porthole incisions rather than the standard thoracotomy incision, which is painful and requires a much longer recovery. So we're fortunate to do 96% of our chest operations at Corewell through a robotic approach instead.
Fascinating. So while we are on the topic of lung health here, what sort of risks do we tend to see with our respiratory systems?
Well, the lungs are very important organs for the body, of course. They participate in gas exchange and a variety of other functions as well. And the diseases that affect the lungs can range anywhere from inflammation to infection to, regrettably, even lung cancer. And so Dr. Shelley Schmidt is one of the speakers at the event. She's a pulmonologist and critical care physician. She'll be talking about two specific lung illnesses, interstitial lung disease and pulmonary fibrosis. I'm really looking forward to her talk myself. And then Dr. Dan West is a cardiologist and interventional cardiologist as well, and he'll be talking about the topic, I'm short of breath, is it my heart or my lungs?
All right, and so what are some early warning signs that our lung health might not be what it should be?
Well, certainly if you're short of breath with activity at first, or even some folks unfortunately have shortness of breath even with the smallest activity, even sometimes with conversation. So if there's been a change in your ability to do the things that you like, activities of work and recreation, well, that certainly should raise concern and have you speak to your family doctor, internal medicine doctor, shortly thereafter.
Absolutely. Now, how is Corewell Health looking to address lung issues here in West Michigan and perhaps mainly Muskegon?
Well, you know, we have quite a population of patients in Muskegon who get their health care at Corewell Health. And Corewell has a brand new updated facility in Muskegon that provides outpatient lung, heart, and vascular care. And the details of that facility and its usability for the population on the lakeshore will be discussed at the meeting as well.
Yes, and so this event, it's happening Tuesday, March 31st. Runs from about 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Now, folks can register to attend this event, correct? It's free?
Absolutely free, kind of win-win. You get to hear three physician experts talk about heart and lung issues, an opportunity to drive the Da Vinci robot, a heart-healthy meal. Can't beat it.
Absolutely not. You did mention a little bit, since we do have some more time, how the health and the lungs, the respiratory system work together. How are these two really tied in terms of our health?
Well, you know, any illness that affects the heart can have a secondary effect on the lungs. And really to have good heart health is to have good cardiopulmonary health, to have nicely functioning heart and lungs. Is, of course, the ideal situation. Now, there's many therapies that can be used independently for heart disease, lung disease, and combined illnesses of those two organs. But the best is to have the best of care, the best of health regarding both your lung function and your heart function.
All right.
At Corewell, we've been working over the last several decades to make it such that patients don't really have to leave our academic medical center to go anywhere else in the country for advanced heart care or lung care. And that's kind of culminated in the development and maturity of our heart transplant and lung transplant programs. Last year, we did 62 lung transplants at Corewell, which is more than the other 2 lung transplant programs in the state combined.
Wow.
And our 1-year and 3-year outcomes were first and second in the country. And then on the heart side, the heart transplant program did 42 lung transplants last year, and that program is in the top 10 for outcomes in the country as well. So we're in very elite company with our programs there.
Absolutely. Dr. Murphy, thank you so much for coming in. And if you'd like to learn more about this event, well, I'll tell you right now, it's happening Tuesday, March 31st, again in Muskegon. The info is right there on your screen. The event is, again, free. We'll have a link to the registration available up on our website, wzzm13.com.